Okay, just a couple things. You can set the user path. Here's the icon to do it, and that tells you where to go to look for files. If you have big projects, this can be very useful. Right now, it's just beginning. I'd recommend you don't mess with it. Just like I don't recommend you mess with the layout. Just leave it as it is, especially while you're doing classwork. And then when you get out of class, you can mess with it later. Okay, so there's that. Now, I've also cleared the workspace, as you've noticed. So I'm going to put some stuff in it because you can save the workspace. Let's see, answer is in workspace now, x equals 5, y equals 6, and so forth. And you can save it, just save. Now, watch what happens in the current folder when I do that. I get a new file. That has your current workspace in it. There's your workspace. Now I'm going to clear the workspace. By the way, you can clear it by right-clicking and clear workspace as well. All variables will delete. Yeah, I want to delete all the variables because I want to do something. I want to come over here to the current folder and double click on this. Double click on it. There it goes. And it restores all the variables back to their original values. I personally don't use this very much because if you just go to command history, re-execute your commands, re-execute your script or whatever, it rebuilds the workspace. You don't have to mess with all the variables. Okay, there's that. Just little features, little things in Matlab that can help you out. Okay, a couple other little things in Matlab. Let's see. Put a bunch of junk in there. Oops, I made a big mistake. I want to get everything out of that line on the command line. Escape. Clears the entire command line. We've already seen CLC. Clears the command window. CLEAR clears the workspace. 2 plus 2 shows up. If I do something different though, if I put a semicolon at the end of the line, it won't show up. There's reasons you want to do that. You have intermediate results. You don't care what their values are. You care about the end result. You don't want to see a whole page full of numbers. So you suppress output. That's how it's done. Arrow keys. So left arrow, right arrow, up arrow gives you command history. No matching commands. What do you mean? Okay, escape. Command history, sometimes you got to get rid of stuff before it lets you navigate up and down. Up arrow, down arrow. You can copy and paste this just like anything else. Shift here and you selected it all. You can right click, copy it, delete it, cut it, whatever. Just all the standard stuff. Up arrow, let's see. Ooh, I don't want to do all these commands. Look what happened. I accidentally put this in the command. Escape, get rid of it. You can control click and so forth. All the standard stuff that you're pretty well used to, you can do. Up arrow, down arrow, go back, and then of course back and forth, right and left. Backspace takes away stuff from the left. Delete takes away the stuff on the right. There is a command called now, which gives you numbers, but you have to do it in a special way. Oops. A single quote is used to make a text string. So far, we've been dealing with numbers. A single quote is how you deal with letters. There we go. So this gives you a number, and if you looked up a help on the date time function, you'd find out how you have to do things, all this stuff. Now, this is a lot to remember. I mean, there's tons of stuff. If you printed out all the help on Matlab, it would probably take up 26, it'd be like a 26 volume encyclopedia set. It'd be that long. Nobody in the world knows everything about Matlab. I don't, book authors don't, the people who develop it, it's a team. It's a whole room full of people who are doing this. So you got to depend on Google. You got to depend on the help system. You got to find information on your own. You got to learn how to do that. And the learning how to do that quickly is important. Okay, let's go ahead and end this video here, and we'll pick it up with actually doing calculations and stuff like that.